Oh gosh, let's get my hair looking like I'm a movie star. The art of writing bad poetry. I think that's what the topic is. Let me get my um, the art of writing bad poetry. Is that what it says? As you know, if you looked at any of the past videos, you'll realize that let's see if this is working good. You'll realize that I'm a poet from first book in 1969. So nationwide, then worldwide, and then it was up and going from there. A poetry book that I published every 9 months. Okay, now I don't like this. I'm going to switch it to the other side. Hey, hey. Hey, don't I look more professional? Here's the thing. I had drunks teach me how to write poetry in front of the Louisville Public Library. And I don't consider myself a bad poet because I was taught by people that were drunks. Now let me tell you what we did. We sat on the bench. If you're old like me, there were pigeons flying over, and we had benches. A lot of benches around Louisville Public Library and a lot of pigeons shedding on us. And there were 3 or 4 poets there, drunkards, shared whiskey with me. Sacks, they put them in sacks so that nobody would care. You want to know how I sold 100,000 books? They told me how to do it. They said, we want you to go up to the library every Saturday, and we want you to spend an hour or two going through all the poetry. And if you can understand it and like it and enjoy it, check it out. Check out as many of the books as you can. At that time, I could check out as many as I wanted to. And I did. And I learned how to write poetry that way. May I tell you where I didn't learn poetry? It was in high school. High school gave me D's and F's with my poetry. So we had a little conflict going on, wouldn't you say? Sort of a conflict. The teachers knew how to teach, but they didn't tell you what people want to hear. They want to teach you Shakespeare. You ever heard of Shakespeare? I don't know a single poem by Shakespeare to this day. But I knew and know the poems that I was working with the drunks. The drunks said, what you gotta do is type the poem, single spaced. Yeah, single spaced. And then what we want you to do is include a self-addressed envelope if they don't accept your poems. Do you know a single... Oh, I hate this. Do you know a single teacher that told me to do that? A single teacher. Well, after I published a couple books starting in 1969, I took a course under Lee Pennington. Lee Pennington's from Louisville, Kentucky. He's still alive. He's still publishing. Put Lee Pennington, LEEPENNINGTON. You'll see all of his books, his films. I took his course. This is way after college because I knew he was good, and I got an A because I had the most accepted poems. Yeah, I had the most accepted poems by magazines. Why couldn't I have a high school teacher like that or an elementary school teacher like that? How come it has to be college and he was the only one? You got to realize if you didn't go and take his course, you weren't going to get that information. You were not going to get that information unless you took lessons from the bums at the place where I went to read books, the Louisville Public Library. They told me to do the same thing. It was the same thing as I would have gotten from Lee Pennington in college. Now, I didn't take it for credit. I already had a college degree. I took it because he was damn good. I put out a book about every 9 months. You can find them on Amazon. I'm not asking you to look at it or buy my books. Anybody that wants my books, you can email me. I may even send them to you free. It's P.O. Box 40, Madison, Indiana 47250. That's Jim Wortham. P.O. Box 40, Madison, Indiana 47250. You tell me you'd like to have one of my books or a couple books. It won't cost you a dime. I'm not rich. But if you want some good stuff at that time, that's not the title of this. But if you like to have my books, I'll autograph them for you. Would you like some autograph books? At least one or two? Send it to that address and say, I saw you on YouTube and I'm going to take you up on your offer to give you free books. I got to get rid of them because I'm getting too old. I'm not going to live forever. Should I be this honest with you? Yeah, I think so. Why not? Why not? Hey, Lee Pennington, if you're listening, hello. Hello. I don't think that you like the way I present my videos, but if you're listening, thanks for tuning in. Now, what else do I have on this sheet of paper? Nothing. Nothing. Okay, what was the title? What was the title? The title was The Art of Writing Bad Poetry. At that time, the poetry was considered good. At a later time, it was considered bad. Mood changes, style changes, and my books, even though I sold approximately 100,000 copies, the thing that happened was that the style changes. It went from being I was very much into relationships, love relationships, falling in love, falling out of love. What do I do now that I'm out of love? That's all gone now. The new poetry are just a couple sentences. You can look it up. Let's just look under poetry, modern poetry. And it doesn't have the depth that I tried to give. I tried to give depth. You don't get depth anymore. You get something like, I'm just freelancing. You'll get something like, I fell in love with you. I thought it was going to last, but it didn't. That's what you get now. Check it out. 3 or 4 lines. I told about how things happen and the intense relationship that we felt. Okay. Have I shared enough with you tonight? I think I have. So I'm going to say, I want you to visit me tomorrow. I think I'll make a commitment that I'll talk to you tomorrow. Not about poetry. This is the second one I've done tonight, but it's not about poetry tonight. It was about something else, the first one. You know what, I'm not going to close it down right now because I've read a YouTube. It says you're supposed to have a focus, same focus all the time. If you have a focus, people will keep coming back. Don't scatter. Don't you like the fact that I have different topics each night? Do you like the fact I have different topics and that maybe one of them you get something out of? Now, let me leave this. It just flashed through my mind. The focus is, if you're a writer, write what you want to. If you're a singer, sing what you want to. No matter what your creative ability or lack of creativity is, do it. Somebody will love it. Did you hear that now? Somebody will love whatever creativity you want to share. Well, thank you for listening. Good night now. And if you want to subscribe, I won't be sad. I promise I won't be sad if you subscribe.